what would you say the value is in coming from Chicago?
Oh, Chicago. Oh, my city, my city. Chi-town girl. Chicago. Oh man. It's interesting because I had like I had so many experiences. I was fortunate enough to be primarily raised by my grandmother, who, again, like I said, she made it. You know what I mean? She really, really set the tone for us, because we're from the projects in real life. So, you know what I mean? Like, we got that history, but my grandmother really, really set the tone for us to be like, you can do it different. So she became the social worker. She went back to school in her 30s.
Which was not easy at that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, she really, really applied herself. So I was able to be raised in a neighborhood that was middle class. Okay. But I still had the my mother's influence as well. My mom is from the west side of Chicago. Yeah. So I grew up on the south side, but my mom, she a little hood. So, I spent a good chunk of my lifespan with my grandmother, but then I was also raised by my mom, so she at some point uprooted us from that middle class area, you know what I mean? And we navigated different parts of the hood. Yeah. So, I was able to, and what was interesting though, I was still able to have a home base with my high school that remains in that middle class area. So, I would go to this middle class community, but then go back home to the hood. So it's like I basically had the best of both worlds. And so I joke with most folks and call myself Hollywood because essentially, I understood. Well, let me say this: the middle class experience gave me some hope, right? In terms of like, wow, I'm seeing all these people move and shake in this way and wearing all these name brand clothes, and I didn't have those name brand clothes. Okay, listen, but it gave me, like I said, that glimpse, that exposure to something different. But then, going back home to the hood, it was like, okay, I understand the grind. I understand, the survival mode. I understand, you know what I mean? Like, you just doing what you got to do to get by.
And it's necessary.
And it's necessary, right?
Yeah.
Because it was just so interesting to me how, okay, so my high school was like, all you had to do was take one bus to get to downtown Chicago, which is beautiful. Have you been to Chicago before?